friends. I still need to go up and brush my teeth. And this is another one taker pretty much. But, I want to tell you another story. But I don't know if I have another story to tell. now that I did that story thing, I'm like, oh, maybe I can tell you another story. I really need to get to bed. It's like almost 2:30. It's 2:22. 2:22. Story. Let's see. Well, that wouldn't be really a long enough story. I thought of a scenario, but it wasn't really long enough to be a story. I don't know. What story can I tell you guys before I go brush my teeth and go to bed? Which I really need to do. I'm not tired. Usually I'm tired by this time, but instead of getting up at like 7:45ish, I got up at like 2. So I've been up for less than 12 hours. Yeah, about that. Let's see. What story can I tell you? Not that there's any I can't tell you. Just I don't know what story I can't think of a story to tell now. Oh, I do kind of have a story. Okay, so once upon a time, no, that one didn't work as well. I can still tell you the story, just not once upon a time. One time, I was, I was in youth group in middle school and high school, and specifically in high school, we had like a lakeside sleepover. Well, my youth group and church and stuff in high school, we would go to a camp called Lakeside, which I also worked there one summer on the gates. But anyway, I worked at the town, not the camp. But anyway, we would go to Lakeside for the summer, and when it got close to the time to go to camp, we'd have a Lakeside sleepover at my youth group leader's house, and there would be like us and like people from my church and a couple other churches that would go with us type thing, because they didn't really have a youth group to go like that went and stuff. So we had a Lakeside sleepover every year before we went to Lakeside, maybe like a week or however before we left. So anyway, this year, whatever year it was, I don't know if it was my senior year, I don't know, some year in high school. Not the first year, but it wasn't the first year that I went, but one of the years. And then me and my best friend Jenny were there, and we were playing. Oh, I just got a text, maybe. Oh, it's my photos thing. Anyway, it's a weird photo. So anyway, we were playing. Me and Jenny were playing Spoons, which is like a game where you have to get like 4 of a kind and then get a spoon. And anyway, whatever the case, we were playing a card game called Spoons, and and it gets kind of competitive because you're trying to grab the spoon. If you don't get a spoon, you get a letter. And if you if you don't get a spoon, you'll get a letter and spell out the word spoons type thing. So if you get like 2, 3, 4, 6, if there are 6 times around that you don't get the spoon, then you're out. So anyway, me and her are playing with a few other people that are like from the other churches and stuff, and from like the 2 other churches. I remember specifically there were like a couple guys type thing. Anyway, there were a couple guys, and they were older and stuff, but at one point, Jenny got mad because I got the spoon, and she did, and she's like, I'm going to push you off a building and drop a brick on your head. And I didn't think anything of it, because me and Jenny are always, we don't hang out much anymore, but we're always, like, insulting each other for the fun of it and stuff, and, so I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, blah, 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 and, like, getting ready to say something back or whatever, and before I could say anything, I just realized the guys were, like, just kind of, like, gaping at her, like, oh my gosh, did you really just say that, I think? I don't remember if they said anything about it, but they were, like, looking at her like, oh my gosh. I just kind of laughed, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think anything of it. And it was funny, because it was very, like, she said she's gonna put me up a building and drop a brick on my head, which is kind of terrible, but because we were always insulting each other, I didn't think anything of it. That's a funny story. Yeah. Anyway, I need to go brush my teeth and get to bed because it is now officially, okay, it's almost 2:30 still, but a half hour almost past my bedtime. 27 minutes past my bedtime. I gotta go brush my teeth. It's gonna be after 2:30 because I have 2 minutes. Okay, anyway, I hope you all have a great, grand, wonderful, amazing, lovely day, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.